Hello, I'm Pickled Human, and this is Grunn. We're doing another of these videos. I'm about to showcase one of our incentives, or one of my planned incentives anyway. This is the No Gardening Run of Grunn. Quick recap on what that means. Grunn is a game that involves a lot of gardening, casually. We're going to do none of that. We're going to skip all the gardening, but we are going to do absolutely everything else that we can in this game. I call it 99% no gardening because we are doing everything else in the game, except for a teeny tiny sliver. But, yeah, so we're about to showcase we're about to showcase Good Ending, which, yeah, timestamp for that will be marked in the description of the video. Feel free to go right to it or just watch along. This is going to be a sub 15-minute run, but we're going to run it again for practice and for yapping purposes. Blech. My tongue is falling over itself already. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. This runs really fast. It starts right away and it just doesn't stop. So first things first, I'm going to get up, grab that key, coin, and then I'm going to grab that key, open this bridge gate, and proceed. So first thing we'll do, we'll grab this key, grab this paddle from through the wall, grab that coin on the bucket there, pick up some trash, bust through this fence, and do some other stuff. A little jump scare there. I have turned down the volume of the jump scares because they get me every time. I did not realize that was an option until I started speedrunning this game, and my goodness did I wish that I knew about it sooner. But, you know, it's still pretty fun. It's just, it can really get you sometimes. So yeah, I'll just practice yapping some more. This is it's a very strange sort of horror mystery exploration puzzle game, kind of like, it reminds me a lot of Outer Wilds in the sense that knowledge is progression. So I'm going as fast as I possibly can, in part because I love this game and I don't want you to retain any of it if you haven't played. But feel free to look at it and marvel and be like, wow, this is really cool looking and he's going so fast and he's so good at this. I'm okay. I am not the fastest speedrunner at this game, but you don't need to be. You just have to have fun with it. We're going to pick up the lighter right here, as well as a bunch of trash. There we go. And then we're going to set these thorns on fire to open a pathway to an item that I desperately need. There we are. Yeah, this is the second game that I've ever speedrun. The first was Talos Principle 2, which was a wild choice on my part. When that game dropped, the speedrun itself took, any percent was something like an hour and a half, and it was requiring these frame-perfect jumps, which just, woof, that person's dead. Alright. But yeah, I loved that game so much, that I was willing to, like, really put in the work, get the muscle memory down, and just play the living heck out of it. And this game feels like a bite-sized version of that. It feels like a really great game to get into speedrunning with, because, I mean, casually the playthrough is like 2 to 3 hours, something like that. Good Ending, which, well, no major glitches, I think is probably the default version of this run that I would recommend to people. That's in the 6-7 minute range once you kind of learn it and get the movement down pretty well. I've got like a 6:38 as my uploaded PB on speedrun.com for this game. But I wanted to do a run that showcased as much that this game had to offer as possible, right? One option for that could have been all endings, which there's 11 endings, many of which just end in death, but there's a few endings that have just a lot of downtime and there's a lot of repetition between those endings. And so I was like, okay, well, how can I make a run that is much more entertaining for a casual audience to get a sense of the game and really appreciate it? And so I came up with, okay, well, I'll just get as many achievements as I possibly can in a single weekend. I need to wait at this bench for, all right, flash warning, right here. We're going until 2015, yeah. 2, 1, bang. Okay, grab this egg ball. So I settled on, in a singular, like, attempt of this game, to accomplish as much as I possibly could. And that category, I mean, that category doesn't exist outside of what I'm doing with it right now. I always forget to wait at this bench a little further. Gosh. Okay, 1 more hour. That should be good. And so I came up with this run, and it's been really fun. And then I had the idea to, wait a minute, what if I don't get the shears? Wouldn't that be fun? Like, I use them to cut my way through a shortcut, and that makes the run so quick and easy. And go away. It added a little extra challenge that made it really fun to route and do. I put together a full route that didn't include any of the gardening items, and it cut out all the boring parts. There's a version of this run that involves cutting all of the grass in the game, and filling all the molehills, trimming all the hedges. You get to have a little picnic, but like it takes like 8 minutes of just cutting grass. It is not fun to watch. Yeah. So yeah, it's not 100%, but hey, it's 99%. I do so much in this run. All right. So for good ending, this is where paths diverge. I'm gonna hop on this bike, which is good ending exclusive. We're gonna burn this hay bale. This couple is concerned. I steal this purified stone, and now we're back on path. Very quick diversion for good ending there. Toy boat to the little girl. I'll grab this coin on this table over here. Grab this idol that has appeared. Alright, we've got another spirit there, and then we've got... Alright, we're gonna do a quick trade, and then don't blink, because this next bit's gonna go really quick. Smash, boom, grab a key, boom, coin, bang, Apple computer, bang, strange disc, pacify, ghost, and then we're going through a door, and things slow down a little bit now. Alright. We're back in the house we shouldn't be in. We'll make some popcorn. Okay. Yeah, this game came out in October of last year, and I I don't know many people who have played it. I was actually really hesitant to get into this game initially, but a speedrunning friend of mine who will go unnamed, sorry, I'm remembering how to get through this maze, so I'm just super focusing. I know it said I entered the maze with a confident feeling, but for a moment I felt like I had forgotten the path, but we're okay. Alright, I'm gonna smack this guy a few times. But yeah, they said, oh yeah, I mean, it's kind of a horror game technically, but it's not really that scary, and, you know, they were right. It's not. And I almost forgot to do the worm thing, but I'm glad that I didn't. Alright, so we're at 3 idols of 4, so we're gonna go over this way, do a little honk, bang, grab the gnome idol, dig up this trumpet, bang, and we're gonna get the band back together. Bing bong bang. We're not gonna stay to listen to it. No, no, no. Alright. Worm to fisherman. Pick up the worm again. Gosh. This is not my favorite area of the game, but it comes pretty darn close. I don't know what it is, but giving the fisherman the worm and then turning around and he's just gone is so funny to me. Hahaheehee. Alright, so now we're gonna wait on the bench a little bit longer, so flash warning. We're gonna go until, I guess 21:30 would be the target right now, which is good. Okay, cool. Grab a pizza box, pass through the gnome passage here. We've got Blubsh, the goldfish, with us, so we'll put him in his little bowl. Or I guess its little bowl. I don't think we know whether it... You see its name written down, Blubsh, and it sounds like George to me, so I'm just... Anyway, let's... Yeah. A few more ghosts to pacify. There's a lady in the trunk of that car who was not there yesterday, so we have to get her now. Put the pizza box in the bin. It's 2200 hours, so there's an accident that has just occurred down the path here. Someone's bike has exploded. And you can see the plume of smoke there. We'll go and pacify them. I have calmed all ghosts. That is a good sign. Ugh. It's really easy to forget to calm. There's 2 ghosts in particular that are really easy to miss, but okay, I should have been on the other side of the hedge, but it's fine. Yes, now we're in endgame. We're just gonna go for a good ending. I have to wait till midnight, and then we enter the church. Cut through here. We're gonna place the flower gem on this pedestal up here. Bang. And then there's a whole sequence where this kind of underground crypt rises up. I'm lighting some candles just for fun. I'm getting really quick at it, too, which is good. It's good practice for everything else in the game, honestly. Place all the idols we found, and dip on out of here. Ooh, spooky skeletons. And that last one on the right always cracks me up. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, place our worm with its little worm friends. So this is end of the world currently, but we are going into good endings. We just have to do a few extra things now. Normally we would turn around when this little face appears, but instead we're gonna go into the house, collect a few fragments of soul. That's soul fragment C. A is just around the corner here. Bang. And then soul fragment B is upstairs. in this like little storage room. I've got to smash a bottle. Bang. And normally I would have to talk to a person in another room, and they'd give me a key to the attic where their sword is, but I already have a sword, so we're just gonna bang. Done. Cool. We'll restore their soul. And as long as we don't get... Oh god, we got the bug. Okay, hold on. So time's gonna be when... Oh, thank goodness. Time is when I touch the gate. Sometimes it's really hard to talk to that guy after you restore their soul, but we did it. Cool. 1331. Yeah. The pace for a good ending and evil ending, or I guess End of the World is technically the title, very similar. The run I really want to do is the one with the good incentives, which I'll be showcasing in the next video. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you, dude. Okay. Bye. Ooh.